standing at the gates of hope. That's what the Reverend Victoria Safford explores in a moving essay called The Small Work in the Great Work. From the impossible will take a little while, perseverance and hope in troubled times. It's a soul-expanding collection of reflections on activism, titled after Billie Holiday's famous song lyric, "The difficult I'll do right now. The impossible will take a little while." Safford writes about what incredible courage and imagination motivated the people who marched in the first LGBTQ pride parades 4 decades ago. With a sentiment that calls to mind the irrepressible drive to make art, Safford channels what these visionary marchers might tell us. Once you have glimpsed the world as it might be, as it ought to be, as it's going to be, however that vision appears to you, it is impossible to live compliant and complacent anymore in the world as it is. And so you come out and walk out and march the way a flower comes out and blooms because it has no other calling. It has no other work. We stand where we will stand, on little plots of ground, where we are maybe called to stand, though who knows what that means. In our congregations, classrooms, in fields of lettuces and apricots, in hospitals, in prisons, in streets. And it is sacred ground if we would honor it, if we would bring to it a blessing of sacrifice and risk. Our mission is to plant ourselves at the gates of hope. Not the prudent gates of optimism, which are somewhat narrower, nor the stalwart, boring gates of common sense, nor the strident gates of self-righteousness, which creak on shrill and angry hinges, nor the cheerful, flimsy garden gate of everything's gonna be all right, but a different, sometimes lonely place, the place of truth-telling about your own soul, first of all, the place of resistance and defiance, the piece of ground from which you see the world both as it is and as it could be, as it will be, the place from which you glimpse not only struggle, but joy in the struggle. And we stand there, beckoning and calling, telling people what we are seeing, asking people what they see.